There we are. What up, y'all? It's your man, D-Real. Black Panther stalking urban jungle by Brain Batitas, bringing you another Be Real with D-Real. What's up? What's up, y'all? What's going on, fellas?
What's up?
Chilling, okay, man. I didn't know if I was supposed to raise my hand.
No,
I'm chilling, man.
You know, raising your hand is for when it gets chaotic.
Okay, my bad. No, I'm just playing. No, I'm in the middle of renovations. Is what I'm in. I got my
the normal flow of conversation, blah blah, all of that. That's natural. Okay. Now, for the people that's listening in, last week we compiled a top 10 list of what we thought, again, opinion driven. This group, the top 10 funniest black sitcoms of all time. All right, now, in no particular order, I have to read them because I'm also doing a podcast on Blog Talk Radio, so I have to read them. they can't see it. So there are actually 11. And what's going to end up happening, this is going to be interesting. What's going to end up happening is we are going to have to take one out of this group because we actually have 11 instead of 10. And what we're going to do is we're going to put them in an order. And the way we're going to put them in an order is we're actually going to watch videos of very funny moments from these sitcoms. And from there, we will rank them. Does that sound feasible, gentlemen?
Okay. I guess we can roll with that.
Oh, you guess? Okay.
I'm just kidding, man. Let's do it.
I don't think he's seen the final list, though. Did you get to see the final list?
Okay. Well, okay.
You should run that down and
for
see if you got any objections.
For Prop's benefit. Okay. The list is this, Prop. Good Times, Family Matters, The Jamie Foxx Show, The Steve Harvey Show, Blackish, The Cosby Show, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, A Different World, Martin, Sanford and Son, and Living Single. Okay.
Yeah, I know why you said on Steve Harvey.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you why I said on Steve Harvey. Because all of the searching and seeking and trying to find a Steve Harvey show video, all I can get is his talk show. There is hardly any footage of the Steve Harvey show online.
What network was it on?
That's a good question.
WB?
The United Black People Network.
Oh. Yeah, did you find much on UPN?
It was on WBC. We Be Colored.
It was on that too. They had that. Yeah, they had that little transition where they went from the UPN to the Frog. So yeah, okay. Now how we want to do this? You want me to just run all of them, or do y'all want to go one at a time and pause and go?
How long is each clip?
Varies.
I'd probably rather discuss it after the clip. I may forget.
Yeah, that's fair.
The point is.
Gotcha. We are dating ourselves.
We're not dating ourselves. We just being factual. He's a man of detail.
There you go. See?
Okay. Let's go with that then. Let's go with that.
Wisdom.
That's right.
Yes. Yeah, sure. Of course. Why not? First up, I guess, will be family. Whoa, what was that? What was that? Are you interrupting my show?
Somebody got shot. They didn't shot JJ.
Hey, I was watching that clip last night. Funny you should mention that.
Dang.
Remember that on Good Times when JJ got shot?
Well, I just said it.
Mom,
do you remember? Okay, I'm gonna stop talking. Family Matters. Family Matters. Now, what you're about to see, basically, of course, if I'm talking about Family Matters, you know you're going to be looking at a clip that in some way, shape, or form involves Steve Urkel. Because you can't do Family Matters without doing Steve Urkel.
I don't know nobody else's name on Family Matters. Hey, I seen him in the club. I tell you this, don't call him Urkel in real life.
Ooh,
He couldn't beat me up, so I really didn't care. But I was coming out of the club in Scottsdale, and he was coming in the club, and he had a couple of the B-level thoughts with him. And I was like, hey, Urkel. Man, he shot me.
Time out.
Yeah.
Technical.
Hold it up.
With no butt. Howdy.
Shut up.
Kids, perhaps you should run along home now.
But Steve.
Richie, go home now. Now, listen to me. All I care about in this park is the safety of the kids. Now, you unhand me, or I shall be forced to verbally castigate you in front of your peers.
Fool, you got my girl Chantel wet.
Mm-hmm. Well, she needed a shower. And might I suggest the same for you?
You better beat it. I don't want to see your ugly mug around here anymore.
Now, looky here, Pally. I am the official playground supervisor here, and you're girl.
Okay. That's Urkel in a nutshell.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start and say, as that show went on, it tended to become entirely dependent upon the humor of Steve Urkel.
True.
And I asked myself the question, would that show be as funny if you didn't have no Steve Urkel?
No, he's the JJ.
He was the funny.
Yeah, but in that sitcom that you mentioned, bro, JJ ain't the only one had you laughing.
But
JJ was the only. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was gonna just say, yeah, he's clearly the comic relief of that whole show. I mean, that became the reason why the whole thing kind of fell apart with John Amos and Esther Rowe. But no, I think one thing I will say about Jaleel, the role, he committed to it in a way that was, it was always convincingly funny. It wasn't my show. I didn't watch it. It wasn't my era. So I only can go off of like bits and pieces. I don't think I've ever seen the show all the way through like an episode. But I admire him and his talent and what he brought to the character and how it appealed to, so many generations across the board. It was loved by all, ethnic backgrounds, So I give it to Jaleel.
Okay. So the question becomes, I guess what I should say is front, back, or middle, because I know some of these shows that we're watching and talking about, they're gonna be front end, they're gonna be top 5, and then there's gonna be other shows that are gonna be like the middle 4 or 5, and then you're gonna have your last 2 or 3.
I think
for me. Family Matters kind of falls on that back end.
Yeah, for me, he was the show. I mean, like, nobody wanted to see Eddie sing. The mom and the dad relationship was kind of uninteresting, and I don't even remember the sister's name. So, if I had to say an easy way to do this was he's number 10 right now, until someone can jump below or above him.
Okay. So,
are we ranking them?
Yes, that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay.
So, but him being the first one out the gate and nobody being real heavy on it, I would say that makes him a 10. Now, the next one could move him up to 8, or he would stay at 10. You see what I'm saying? How that works?
I can see that.
Yeah, it makes it
easier. I doubt if the next one moves him up.
Oh.
I'll give him a 7. Because there's a few you named I would put below that.
Really? I can think of 1 or 2 now that and you know what? I found out the idea of what I thought was funny varies greatly from what's actually funny. now that I've had a chance to like go through videos and look at it and watch it and go, that's not as funny as I remember.
Right. Yeah, a lot of that humor doesn't have a good a shelf life.
Yeah, that's facts.
Okay. All right. Well, we're gonna move on to a juggernaut then. The Cosby Show. And there's so many things I could have did, or so many, because like with that, you got an abundance of videos to watch. But the one that stuck out to me the most, what's funniest is when Bill Cosby is minimal. You know what I mean? And you'll see what I'm talking about when you watch the scene. When Bill Cosby's interaction in the scene, he ain't the main thing going on, but everybody else. So I'm gonna set it up for you. Remember the episode where Vanessa went to see the Wretched?
She went to see the who?
The Wretched. It's the group. You know what?
Oh, the Wretched.
You know what? Just watch it.
And can you open it up a little more? Can you click the
make it full screen?
Thank you, sir. I'm old. I can't see all this stuff.
And it's a real short one.
Click the full screen.
Bring yourself in the house right now.
Full screen, sir.
And if you think that 30-minute ride home was something, believe me, we've only just begun. Lying on the floor of some burning building, dying of asphyxia, and you're dead.
Oh, what they was doing to the asses?
Mom, the girls are here. We're leaving. Wait a minute. Before you leave, I have something I want to say.
Sorry about that.
You bring yourself in this house right now. And if you think that 30-minute ride home was something, believe me, we've only just begun.
Why you dressed like a creep though?
Dying of asphyxia, and you're down in Baltimore having big fun. Weren't you, Vanessa? Isn't that where you were? Didn't you go down there to Baltimore and have big fun, Vanessa? Tell me, didn't you go for big fun?
Mom.
Shut up! Don't you dare open your mouth when I'm asking you a question.
Hey.
Go to bed. I only hope that you can have this same experience, Vanessa. I hope that one day you come to realize exactly how it feels to think that your child's life is in danger. You have taken us from levels of frenzy, panic, distress, and now that we know you're okay, rage. That's where we are right now, Vanessa. We are in rage because we know that you have been to Baltimore, Maryland, with the Wretched to have big fun. Big fun. Isn't that what you had, Vanessa? Didn't you have big fun? Well, let's see now. You had donuts. In Wilmington, Delaware. Cliff, tell me, have you ever been to Wilmington for donuts?
Not on the weekend.
There she is, sitting up in the local donut shop in Wilmington, Delaware, sipping hot chocolate and eating crumbs, and the car gets stolen. Now, a normal individual with half a gnat's brain would have said, I'm going home now. But you? Oh, no, not you. You and your 3 friends put yourselves on a bus and go joyride off to Baltimore. All the way to Baltimore.
What were you thinking?
I wasn't thinking.
You got that right.
Did you really think that the 4 of you could go off careening into the night and not one single parent would find out about it? Did you really think that, Vanessa? Shut up! Because I know what was going on. You were off being wild and free with the Wretched and singing the Wretched song. Now, I know you told me about it in the car, Vanessa, but just for the record, one more time, how did it come to pass that you did not get into the concert with the Wretched and the Big Fun? You better answer me when I ask you a question, girl.
Okie dokie. Now,
Stuff, bro. Good stuff.
Cosby Show supposed to be funniest all time, right?
Funniest?
Yeah, I mean that's the one that everybody's like, oh wow, it's so great. It's the best thing since sliced bread.
Well, I'm sure there's a lot of elements to it. Groundbreaking.
Right.
Rashad is fine.
See, I told you.
Did y'all know Tennis Bledsoe and Daryl Bell still married?
Yes.
No.
Crazy.
And they weren't actually, they were like kind of like just shacked up.
Right. That's true. For a long time. But that show's brilliant, man. I didn't even think about Bill Cosby and the Bill Cosby sense. I was just watching the performances. And so it'd be high on my list. It's probably 2 or 3.
That for me, that particular scene doesn't really encapsulate, you know what I'm saying, everything that the Cosby Show is, but I think it kind of like that scene alone kind of gives you the it's a dose of funny, it's a dose of family, it's a, you know, you get a little bit of everything all together, like just kind of slammed into that one scene. And it's a lot of things, but it is definitely not two-dimensional. It is a full in-your-face sick comedy, because that was definitely a situation. That's a situation for your ass right there. I'm like, goodness, you went to Baltimore. So for me, I might even rank it like 6, 5.
Well, I'd have to say I would put it at like 4. Nah. Yeah, 4. Yeah, let's say 4 or 5. Let's say a 4.5.
4.5.
But right now, that puts it at the top spot right now out of the 2 that we just talked about, though, right?
But yeah, 4 and 6, and yeah, it's holding down the spot right now.
It's holding down the number 1 spot right now until it's unseated.
Okay. I'm not gonna do Juggernauts back to back because that would be too much for y'all brain cell muscles. So let's do Different World. Now, with Different World, what prof stood out to you, or who stood out to you most on Different World?
Like, who's the star of Different World?
Well, that depends on what season we're talking about. But I'm just saying overall, if you had to say
Lisa Bonet, I don't really count the Lisa Bonet years because the show wasn't really popping when she was on it.
True.
It started like her last year, but after she was gone, it took on a life of its own. I don't really. It's weird. I guess Dwayne Wayne is kind of the.
Yeah, I'm saying Dwayne Wayne.
He's the closest. Him and Whitley for sure. Like them two, to me, are the angst and the funny of the show. Everybody else, because it's a real ensemble comedy. That's
really is.
Real.
Okay. And I was gonna say that. I was gonna say that too, because later on, later seasons, Sinbad joined the cast.
Yeah.
And I think for me, he made it funnier.
He made it funnier?
Yeah.
I never been a fan of Sinbad comedy, so he didn't really add. I mean, he added to the show. I ain't gonna say he didn't add to the show, but I know that he made it funnier.
Okay.
From my perspective.
He gave it some old school soul.
Yeah.
He's trying to give it a little old school soul with the mix of this generation, because it was Generation X. It's our generation, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So he's kind of on the cusp of it, but he was kind of representing that little era a little bit before that. So that
Right.
kind of
Like Daryl.
That hurt.
No, because really, like for
I'm
me,
gonna tank
I'm
it.
only
I'm gonna tank it.
I'm 48, so like you would have been the big brother for me. So it would have been the cats just ahead of me that was Sinbad.
Okay.
Yeah. What's the years difference between us?
You said 48?
Yeah.
5.
See, you was out of high school and in the Navy for a year before I even graduated. So that wasn't a slight. That was a fact for me.
right.
Man, he still took it as a slight.
Yo, feel so old now, do you, bro?
So,
How old is Prof?
what,
I don't know if we sharing ages. He said
I'm 52, about to be 53.
See, damn, you look good. That's that light skin and that good air down there in Kansas. Where you in KC?
Well, I'm in Dallas, but
Dallas?
yeah,
That's that salt water then.
Right.
Got your skin looking fresh and revigorated.
I don't know, man. It's black.
It is. That's a fact. That's another fact.
Okay, let's check out some Whitley and Dwayne and see how we feel about that.
Like a bush woman, and I don't mean Barbara.
I need love to ease my mind.
Can't hurry love. The Supremes, Motown record, July 1966, #1 for 2 weeks.
Go wrong.
I need to fight fire. But Mama said you can't hurry love. No, you just have to pray. She said love don't come easy, but it's a game of give and take. You can't hurry love. You just have to wait. You gotta try every time, no matter how.
Forgot about Freddie.
To make me live again. But now the only thing that keeps me hanging on when I feel my strength, holding on,
Hey, girl, you got some of your shorts?
she said, count me out.
Oh, I've already seen him naked. Hey, you have. So why don't I got it? How about I give an outburst? Outburst! Outburst! Fine, outburst! You've had a long, hard day. I strongly suggest you go upstairs and get some rest before I tuck you in with a brick. So I guess this isn't the spring break you had in mind, huh, Whit?
I don't mind. I don't need Julian to have a good time.
Hey, there's a good attitude. That's a very good attitude.
As long as I'm with my friends.
Hey, friends are what count, man.
Sometimes I think friends are just as important as lovers. Maybe even more so.
Did you say lovers?
My mom and daddy were married for 25 years, Dwayne, and now they can't even exchange 3 words, except right in hell. But Mom and her best friend have been through everything together. Friends are sensitive to your needs. Friends are caring.
So true.
So I don't really need Julian.
Oh, not in the least.
You still look comfortable.
Yeah, we are.
Too bad you're on my bed.
Oh, friends are so sensitive.
I'm so caring.
I'm exhausted and I beat it.
Come on, let's get off my bed.
Ha.
So, did anybody notice something special about that last scene?
What?
The beer can on the table.
It was beer?
Yeah, it was a Budweiser can sitting on the table.
I
Wow.
wasn't paying no attention. I was looking at Whitley.
But I'm just saying the difference in times. Not now. Now you would never see liquor on.
True.
Well, a lot of people I know drink Bud Light.
Yeah, that shit is disgusting, but that's piss water.
Well, that might have been before. I mean, I knew product placement was a thing, but maybe it wasn't as strict. I don't know.
No, they had the ketchup there, them Frenchies. They had Pepsi. They had Budweiser.
Yep.
We just didn't know what product placement was back then.
Right.
Okay. So that dynamic that we just saw kind of drove most of the series. Okay, it was like, will they get together? Won't they get together? Then they did get together, and then they broke up, and then they got back together, and then they broke up again, and then finally they got back together, and it was just kind of that back and forth. And it seemed like everything else was kind of draped around that main thing going on. Everybody else's shit was like peripheral to what was going on with Whitley and Dwayne.
Right.
So for me, as much as I love A Different World, overall, I would put it in that back half. I say like 8, 9,
Really?
something like that. Yeah.
See, I don't remember it that way. I mean, I know it was a part of the show, but I think I just don't remember it. I know they were the stars and it happened, but like maybe I need to rewatch it, or maybe you just seeing it different now as you watch it. But if we judging the show, we got to judge it on the time that it was in, and at
Right.
the time, it was an experience that made me consider going to college. It made me even more think about, damn, if that's what black college is like, I got to go to an HBCU. Like, I mean, it made me think about they represented all 3 shades of the black woman on there. They had the light skinned woman, they had Freddie in the caramel, and then they had that chocolate. So, those are the things I remember about the show. They were older than me, but like it made me want to do something. So I would have to say I would put it below, above both the Cosby Show and whatever the other show was.
Family Matters.
That wasn't intentional. So they probably gonna stay where they at. But yeah, I would say above Cosby and Family Matters on my list.
So that would put it at about 3.
Yeah. Or right now, since we only have 3, for me, it would be number 1.
Okay. Prof?
Yeah, I put it about a 4 and 5. Because just to piggyback, I mean, it was impactful. I don't think first of all, you got to think about this. This was a primetime show on NBC in the 90s or late 80s or late 80s to the 90s about black life, college life. And it is directly responsible for an increase in enrollment in HBCUs. Like, that's been proven. And then the cast changed, but the show stayed the same. It got some heavyweights like Lynn Turbin. Who was the guy that played? Who was the guy that was a cook?
That was
Saw
something.
Yeah, that was Saw. That's right. That was Saw. Yeah. Oh, Saw. I mean, it. I'm telling you, it was really impactful. It spoke to my generation. It was right in the time where I was a teenager coming out of high school, and so it was perfect for my demo. So I don't know. I had to put it like maybe 5 or 6. We'll see how it goes.
Okay. We got Different World at 1, 5, and 6. So it's middle, lower end. It's in there. Okay. All right. Time to shake things up.
No. When I said 1, I'm saying 1 out of the 3 that we currently have on the list. Not that.
Okay. I hear what you're saying, but
okay.
Like I said, let's shake things up a bit. What up, y'all? It's your man D-Real, the Black Panther stalking the urban jungle and vibrating Adidas, and we just got finished doing a podcast of the top 10 black sitcoms of all time. I had so much fun doing that we are going to have to continue it because it's a deep subject. This is rounding out the first part and letting you know that we're going to have a part 2 to the top 10 black sitcoms of all time. And I need y'all to tune in and check that out. If you want to find out what the order of the top 10 is, and while you out here, you might as well like, comment, and subscribe to the Be Real with D-Real page, because we always got something fun going on. Peace.